Is a retired principal chief conservator of forest. We were inspired by Swami from Sivananda ashram in 1954 when we were Renusa College students. And in 58 both of us came to Gurudev. दोनों आके उनको दीक्षा प्राप्त किए और वो देहरादून में पढ़ते वक्त वीकेंड विजिट करते रहे गुरुदेव के पास। शनिवार आते थे, रविवार गुरुदेव का आशीर्वाद लेके जाते थे 2 साल कंटिन्यूसली। इसको बताया भी चौधरी गौरवी मिश्रा जी
very dignified and ennobled. very sublime personality. Very sublime, very ennobling, very sublime personality. Most childlike and unassuming in his nature. When it comes to his manners and all that, Mataji just now described Shanta Mataji, how childlike and simple and unassuming was his nature. He was a combination of all these virtues and always bubbling with joy. Believe me, always bubbling with joy and with wit and with humor. He was very pedantic in his style. Even his jokes were also pedantic in its approach. And doubts deserved in his presence. Doubts deserved in his presence. And he was loving like a mother. Because I came very close to him. When I came during his weekly place, sometimes the Swamijis in charge of his kutir would just not allow him to stand there. Gurudev once told them not to do like that with me. And he allowed me to sit where Swami Sivananda is sitting there. Gurudev will be attending to his works in the kutir. But because he knew this fellow would like to see and remain here, and sometimes he may have his doubts, so he allowed him to sit in that corner. I enjoyed that very much. And then he was very keen and understanding as a guru. He was very loving as a mother, very emphatic, like a father while instructing, and very keen and understanding as a guru. He allowed me to ask any number of questions about any doubts, and now I realize how silly questions I was asking at that time. Now at this age I think, oh, this was too silly of me to ask such a question. But he allowed it, and with full sympathy and understanding. He was so close, he gave us that confidence. And he corrected my spiritual diaries every month and sent me comments. And whenever there was something I was concealing from him to write frankly, he could point it out. That and very politely write that if this is true, then it is alright. Otherwise, do like this. He instructed. Then I knew the master knows. There were certain things while writing spiritual diary, while complying with it, I couldn't be very frank. But he made me frank on that issue. And he would not offend him, but he would know and he would reply back. And he was very quick in sending replies. He was very brave. See, these are his personal traits, unimaginable traits. He was the only person in whom I saw these traits and in no one else. I have come across several people during my life here and there. But I have seen, I could see all these traits together in any single person. See, but at the same time, let me tell you, he was very brave and absolutely composed when very embarrassing situations came before him. I know of one situation which was told to me by Sadgurudev from Chidanand Saraswati Maharaj in the presence of Swami Sivananda Maharaj. How the both the saints came together and connect, that I have no time to describe. But it so happened, early morning, I took Swamiji and both of them met in one place here. That was Swami Sivananda's translate. Okay, those details I am not going. You see, when Swami Sivananda first came to the ashram as a journalist, and he was not having any spiritual attitude, and he said, he was very frank, very truthful. He told Gurudev, I have come here as an investigative journalist to find out how these sannyasis are sitting and wasting our food and all that, and how they are wasting their time and the time of everybody. I mean, he was very critical about the sannyasis. And he said, I have come here to investigate as an investigative journalist. Gurudev said, oh, it's most welcome. You see how embarrassing this question. Gurudev was such a famous saint. This place was humming with great saints who came from Gurudev's darshan at that time. Mahamaya has come several times, and I have seen many other saints from Himalayas and they are coming having darshan of Buddha. At that time, such a person, such a very brave, he was also equally brave and very smart. So he came and said, I have come to investigate as an investigating journalist. Gurudev was he faced this situation in a very good manner. He said, you are most cordially welcome. At least we have got someone who will be here to find out our defects, because we cannot see our defects sometimes. It is very good that you have come, kindly note down and point out defects. You do your journalism. At least let us know where we are going so that we can rectify ourselves. So it will be a great help to us and other suggestions here. And ask Swami Sivananda to provide all accommodation, libraries, everything, food and all that. So he stayed here for 2 months. And while Buddha allowed him to stay, while going he took leave, he went. Then after a month, he came and fell flat on Gurudev's feet, saying that I want to take sannyas. Then Gurudev told him how it followed and all that. Then he became one of the most famous disciples of Gurudev. See, this is how Gurudev, this is the personality which is unimaginable. And then Gurudev, one thing, he never claimed any siddhis, never. But his disciples were able to see clearly extraordinary things happening in their life. He could recollect some people after years. Because I have seen, I came as a mere student here, both of us came, just mere students of 17, 18 years students. But when we come back in 62 years after, with so many people visiting the ashram, so many beings visiting the ashram, how could he recollect me? And how could he remember my first name? He called me by my first name. And then, once I remember, I had seen a dream. I saw Gurudev standing in a particular place. That place is still there in Salim Delhi. And I saw the photo when Gurudev was standing there. I had no idea of that place. Next day, I got a letter from Gurudev where that photo was there. It was something miraculous for me. And then again, but in my personal life, which I cannot recount, which I cannot tell everything here, because lack of time and that will not be told everywhere. I have seen he comes to the rescue. He saves. He saves. He saves. He comes to the rescue. And is living all the time. He is here and now. And then I know another friend of mine who was from Tamil Nadu. He was he himself told me, he was a great stammerer. He was stammering so much that he could not go to the market to purchase anything. And then he came with friends here. And Gurudev on his own, without his even looking at him, went to him and told him, Oji, what are you doing? I am doing this. Become a professor. So when Gurudev said, become a professor, he laughed within himself. I am not going to the market to purchase a thing. I am such a bad stammerer. I was telling that I will become a professor. I was terrible failure. It was not possible. And he was very, he was happy and all at the same time very disgusted about it. But it so happened, he became a professor. He became a professor of chemistry. His faith in Gurudev was so intense, he became a sannyasi also. I know his name, but I don't want my parasite. This might create problems, so I am not doing that. He is a very good sannyasi, a very saintly person. I know him. We both know him. So Amit also knows him. He is a good friend of ours. And then, you see, Gurudev was so great at that time. Ashram was too small at that time. Yeah, if you see the present ashram, the present expense, it was just not imagine. The complex, the communities and all that. Even Gurudev's kutir itself was so humble and in such a dilapidated condition you cannot imagine. Now it is much better, looks much better. You see what happened? Dr. Abdul Kalam. He has written it in his biography, in his autobiography, Wings of Fire. He visited in a very depressed mood. Gurudev, somehow time is running out. Let me tell you, Gurudev told him, don't worry, go and join, something great is waiting for you. And he became the president of India. I have to tell just 1 minute to tell you. Gurudev, this is the topography of Gurudev, full of great trees. Gurudev had done great tapasya, hard tapasya here, and he uttered his self-realization here. He had darshan of Lord Vyasa, he has darshan of Bhagavan Vyasa, and Lord Krishna here, where the temple is standing now, there itself we have darshan of Lord Krishna. So, we are very lucky, indeed very, very lucky, that we are in his great topography. It is a Siddha Kendra. It's a Siddha Kendra. And any one of us coming here anytime, please let us take full advantage, full spiritual advantage of this, our fortune. We are fortunate enough to be here, and I really am so happy that I took some time to share my feelings with you, We are very, very lucky that we are absolutely in the right place, which will be a great boon in our life. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avasishyate Hari Om Tat Sat Brahmanamastu.
We are thankful to for his feelings with Gurudev. Thank you very much.